Good afternoon, Honorable Minister Amsek, Chairman of Kenya's Gentlemen of the Press. My name is Chin Wu, Managing Director of Niger Delta Power Company.
Good afternoon, Honorable Minister and members of the press. My name is Sansa Garba. I'm the Chairman of the Nigeria.
Good afternoon, Honorable Minister and the Director of the Press. My name is Mahmoud Abamba and the Finance Minister.
Good afternoon, Honorable Minister, Amsek, members of the press. I'm Engineer S.P. Abdulaziz, Managing Director of Transmission Company of Nigeria, GCN.
Good afternoon, Honorable Minister. Good afternoon, colleagues, directors, PS. My name is Akita Adoni, the Chief Technical Advisor to the Minister. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Honorable Minister. Good afternoon, Amsek. My name is Temeka Ewadopa, the CEO of the Exam Work and Efficiency PLC. Thank you so much for being here. Good afternoon, Honorable Minister. Managing Director of Environmental Services.
Everyone, my name is Mr. Emmanuel, Director of Transmission.
Good afternoon, Honorable Minister, Honorable Secretary, Head of Agencies, and my colleagues directors. My name is Engineer Abubakar Andi Dashim, and I'm the Director of the Naval and Power Access.
Good afternoon, Honorable Minister, Permanent Secretary, Head of Agencies, Director of the Press. My name is Engineer Ovido Emmanuel, Director of Energy Resources Department.
Good afternoon, Honorable Secretary, my fellow directors, the head of agencies. My name is Anthony Adiosh, Director of Human Resource Management, Federal Ministry of Health. The Honorable Minister, sir, good afternoon, sir, the Permanent Secretary, the MDs of the agencies, my colleagues, the directors, and the gentlemen of the press. My name is Titilayo Antonio. I'm the Director of Reform Coordination and Service Improvement. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, the Honorable Minister, the Permanent Secretary, and everyone. My name is Olumoroti Babalola, the Director of Investment and Sector Development. Thank you.
Honorable Minister, Permanent Secretary, good afternoon. I'm Bosse Kolani, Director of Service.
Good afternoon, Honorable Minister, sir, the Permanent Secretary, Directors
directors and heads of agencies, gentlemen of the press. My name is Ochanya Ofoma, Director of General Services.
Thank you very much. Yes, I would like to represent the agencies. I also have colleagues, people in my parent constituency to also introduce themselves. The journalists are around.
Good evening, sirs. I'm John Ofika, my Nation newspaper.
Good evening, sir. My name is Juliet, and you are ITV News.
Good evening, sirs. Honorable Minister, my name is Constance Ateka. I'm a news agency of Nigeria now. Good evening, everyone. My name is Ise Anthony Quoting, Leadership Newspapers.
Chief wish by them, they lead by them.
Vice President and Bank.
Good evening, sir. My name is Bella. I run the authority newspapers.
Good evening. My name is Onoko, I write for Nigerian Paro.
Good evening, all. My name is Camillus. I work for Reuters News.
Good evening. My name is Khalid. I work for Church. Good evening, all. My name is Conrad Abe. I work for Radio Nigeria.
Good evening, my name is Echika Sunday, the Daily Online.
My name is Farouk Shai. I write to the Daily Justice Forum.
Good evening, everyone. Joshua Ojito, NTA.
Good evening. My name is Sheba Bimo, Power Secret.
Good evening, sirs, everyone. My name is Georgina Grace Oenka, Arise News.
Good evening, Honorable Minister. My name is David Onoja. I'm the qualified for citizens of operations.
Good evening. Only just my name, and also Galaxy Television.
Good evening, sirs and Bars. My name is Clement Nesosa. I report for Power News Africa.
Good evening. I'm Victor. I work with Punch newspapers.
Good evening, sirs. My name is Comrade Abba Adam. I write for the Sunday Post.
Thank you, members of my constituency. We appreciate your presence this afternoon. When the last time we had this interaction with the minister was on November 8th, and one of the promises made by the minister was to have such a regular interaction with members of the press. And that's why we're having something like this today. Normally, we are supposed to have this at least quarterly, every monthly thing, but we are here. Whoever needs to date, that's about 2 months or thereabouts. This is going to be a regular thing, and we always hear from us. And if there's any problem with clarification of anything, please feel free to get in touch with any of us in the information unit of the ministry or myself. And the minister is also available at any time. Honorable Minister, sir, the way it is now, the best thing for us is to tell them all, and I know you tell them all. Today, we are here to hear what's happening in the country, especially where the private sector is concerned. We are here to also engage you concerning the past situation in the country, the roadmap, and everything that we have planned to ensure we have regular supply of electricity in the country. So I hand over the microphone to the Honorable Minister to address us. Thereafter, we field the questions from him or from you. Thank you. The channels are on their way. TVC will be here next 7 minutes. I'm going to the head of station.
the Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Power, the heads of the agencies under the Federal Ministry of Power, all the directors, Federal Ministry of Power, other state officials, Ministry of Presidency, the chief technical advisor to the minister, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I'll say good evening to you all. If it is proper to say, I think I'd like to say happy new year to media people around here. This is our first meeting in the year. I think it's still appropriate to say happy new year to you. I wish you the best that the year has some efforts. Coincidentally, today is also a special day. It's February 14th. It's a Valentine's Day. So sorry for taking you out of the Valentine's occasion. I said I was saying happy Valentine's to you all. Like special advisor Peter mentioned, the last time we met was in November, and I did make a promise then that at the minimum, the meeting will be there once in a quarter. What the last quarter was held in November, set November 8th. That was when we were still in the mood for diagnosis, investigations, consultations with all stakeholders in our sector. Establish great issues in our sector in order to be able to define workable and practical solutions to solve the issues in the sector and proceed on the transformation journey. Immediately after that month was in December, I informed you that we are going to have the ministerial retreat where all stakeholders in the sector come together to decide, brainstorm, to interact on those solutions that will give us a sustainable and transformed power sector. We did have a retreat in December 2016. It was quite a very grateful activity. And I'm happy to inform you that we have all jointly agreed on the strategies to transform the power sector. Part of our will also be revealed to you because of this press conference. I want to apologize, first of all, for the short notice of the timing of this press conference. I think we decided about 4 hours ago. Sorry that perhaps I want to give adequate notice for this kind of event. That's what the situation warranted. We actually planned it for next week, last week in February, which we are studying the middle of the quarter, and the first quarter of 2024. The current situation is warranted. No budget planning in the media. In order to apprise you of happenings in the sector, which is not acceptable, which is not palatable to the majority of Nigerians, including all of us sitting here. In December 2023, I can say with all confidence that we all had very good Christmas and New Year celebration with reasonably stable power supply because of the month. I can say this because I got very positive feedback and Nigerians actually acknowledged that power was going to be more stable in December 2023 compared to what we used to experience in December of past years. And we're very happy with the feedback and with the acknowledgements. This actually inspired us in the new year, believing that we are going to build on this modest achievement to to December 2023 and provide Nigerians with improved, stable electricity supply. That was the goal that was brought into the new year. However, unfortunately, the reverse is currently the case. Nigerians have been experiencing epileptic and inadequate electricity in major parts of the country. And the complaints are quite recent. We are not aware of the actions that the Nigerians are going to against the electric power supply that started a couple of weeks ago. And we have been working hard to ensure that we reverse the situation. So we consider it necessary and appropriate to talk to Nigerians, talk to the media in the course of this and efforts that we are making at the Federal Ministry of Power and its agencies to ensure that we correct the situation. I told you in November a bit of my personality. I'm not someone that works through the faces of social media or media generally, because I believe substance of feedbacks, which is why we are going to get a minimal media appearances. In the early days of my professional development, when I was consulting and consulting, one of our partners who are which we are engaged told us that result is never equal to no result plus excuse. We have not achieved results. It carries very little substance. Talking and giving complaints and giving reasons why we have not performed. I believe that media exposure was done with substance. It is just a facade. It takes a little time for you to get exposed, which is why we try to control our media appearances. At the same time, I believe that information is key, and Nigerians will be kept abreast of outcomes in this critical sector, which is the power sector. The importance of power can never be emphasized. We all know that power is required in everything that we do. And for any country to record significant growth economically and development in its industry, creation of employment for citizens, power is key to achieving this. Today we are blessed with abundance of mineral resources, abundance of natural resources. If these resources are not energized, they remain potential, which is why the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu this year has prioritized power as one of the critical sectors that is focusing on to ensure that every other sector leverage on the performance of the power sector to achieve success. We have seen a lot of developed countries who have read about their journey to greatness, who have heard about their success in the industries in the economy. What they prioritized at the initial stage of development of reliable, functional, stable, affordable, and reliable power sector. The names are endless. The United States of America, the UK, China, South Korea, Canada, and so on and so forth. They are companies today. They are global giants. My very favorite example has always been South Korea, China. The deal that we have today, Hyundai, LG, and so on and so forth. They didn't become virtual giants, global players to their lives. It was because in the culture of origin, there was stable and functional electricity to be needed to create this mission, and we can achieve the same in this country today. When as small players of today, the industry can become global giants. So, in the media message of Mr. President, which we all listened to, he prioritized power as the number one sector that is talking about at length and his plans for the sector, which means he's ready to support this sector for us to achieve a turnaround or a transformation. And his choice in me as minister for the Prime Minister of Power is also not the least. I'm well prepared to handle this sector. I'm ready to do everything possible to write my name in gold as someone responsible for doing instead of turnaround the transformation is achieved in this sector. And we are doing everything possible. We are leaving no stone unturned to ensure that we achieve this. When complaints, their complaints are quite legitimate. They're legitimate. The complaints are not misplaced. Nigerians are in action today. We are all under the burden of difficulties as far as the economy is concerned. Complain about increase in the price of food items and services. We complain about naira losing value every day. We complain about rising cost of fuel. We complain about electricity supply. We complain about security issues and general action generally. So their complaints are legitimate and it's welcome. They reserve the right to ask for good governance from those that they are put in power. We are not unaware of the action of it. And a lot of us, starting from Mr. President, we've been having sleepless nights, working on how the situation of the country can be turned around in line with the electoral policies of Mr. President, which I believe we shall achieve. I believe that reflections of today in the economy across all the sectors, there are consequences of actions and inactions. I knew that I took over fire. I knew I took over abuses. I took over curses. I took over embarrassment. I took over internet dragging and some cause for resignation because of the sensitivity of this sector to the lives of Nigerians. But we will not give up. Some people are talking about resignation. For people that know me very well, resignation is the easiest thing for me. Once I'm not comfortable in an assignment, then because of the meaning of resignation, you will not resign. Resignation means giving up. We will not give up. We will confront the issues headlong. If you don't do it for our country, who will do it? And like they say that donors don't quit, and quitters can never win. That's the saying. It also goes that when you go and get stuff, it's done, let's get it. What we need from people is a little patience. But taking for time. We also need trust from the people. We need confidence. We repose confidence in us. We elected this administration. Or we believe that we can do it. We can do spirit as God left us. The captain of the team has very good experience. And we know he has done it before. He will do it again. The team has put together, are also committed. They are passionate to support him to achieve these lofty objectives of giving good lives to Nigerians. So, I'm optimistic that in my time and the time of the people in my team, this sector will witness desired movement. I never promised 24/7 uninterrupted power supply in 1 year or 2 years, because it's almost practically impossible. What I did promise was gradual, but consistent, regular improvement in the sector, so that our situation yesterday, our situation today is better than our situation of yesterday. However, we can go to goodness tomorrow should be better in terms of improvement than what we are witnessing today. And if this is consistent over the years, it becomes significant. I believe that before me, we've had over 40 ministers of power in the past. These are highly cerebral, highly brilliant, committed, passionate, patriotic Nigerians. In the past 50 to 60 years, we have still been roving around 3,000 to 4,000 megawatts of next generation transmission and distribution. Doesn't mean they don't like Nigeria. Doesn't mean they are not patriotic. Doesn't mean they don't want to rewrite their names in gold. Does it mean that they also not affected, but their families, their businesses, their friends are not affected by this undesirable situation? No. Which is why we must believe that the problems of this sector will appear very simple to everybody across the value chain. But there are fundamental issues that must be discussed, that must be resolved with determination, passion, and patriotism. So those are the issues that has not allowed those simple, small issues to be resolved over time. So we must know that the problem in the sector is not simple and ordinary, that it is fundamental and highly complicated. But the good news here today is that they are not insurmountable. They are not insurmountable. There are issues that, with your collective support, collective efforts, you can resolve all these issues over time. And I believe that this will happen during our regime, or during the regime of this administration. Sector. My presentations today will actually be in 3 parts. I'll try to make it as fast as possible so that we need to make this place on time. The Nigerians must realize that where there is no pain, there is no gain. And for you to make an improvement, you must break the egg. This is the time of breaking the egg. And I believe that in no time, we will all join together and enjoy the home that we are going to do. We are rebuilding. The roof is down. The act of rebuilding is always tough. And we all know. Then when we have the completed house, we all live in there happily ever after. There will be in 3 parts. The first part will be the full explanation of the issues that we have within the sector, from our diagnosis and my resumption in September 2023. The consultant, we engaged, we investigated, we brainstormed,
Today, I can tell you that. That's to be so. We know what the issues are in the past. There is no point wasting time in investigating issues. The issues are well known to everybody. So the next stage is for us to come together and implement and execute the solutions that we have also implemented and compiled from the retreat that we had. We have a well-documented strategy on how to attack each of these issues, and we are going to solve it. Yes. We are going to resolve the issues. That's the first part. The second part is actually a summary of our working at practical solutions that we have. It's not just my own solution. It's not just my strategy. It's a sector-wide solution and strategy that did not leave any of the players in the sector out of. We sat down for 3 days and we validated the efficacy of this strategy and solutions, which I believe was we are consistent with this execution. Success is not part for us. That's the second part. I'll get you into the few of that. The number 3 is actually the usual briefing of what we are doing in the issue of power. Lots of activities, starting from here and our plans for the end of the year. So that you will be aware and be conscious of the activities that we are doing. We know that a lot of these things, they know how to come to the press, they know how to come to the media. Oh, that's what we are doing. I can tell you, we've been working tirelessly 24/7 to serve you. So I'll let you know some of those things that we are doing. Like they say that the chicken sweats, but the feathers will not reveal it. We're working. Believe in us that we're working. Trust us and we're working and achieve results. So I'll let you have of your bets. The issues with the electricity supply value chain, they are very, very simple issues that I always say. But there are multiples. There are very many of them. And if I start listing these issues, everybody here will tell this is the solution. If I say, okay, there's something of gas supply, pay for gas, let me give gas. If I tell you there are no meters, what is there? Our meters and install it. I said that our power lines are big, transmission lines. We conduct line, do a conductoring of lines. If I say, the poles are falling for this period, buy new poles. I said, okay, collections is blocked for the discos. You tell us, and check the debtors, get your collections. These are very simple issues, truly. But as simple as they are, why have we not solved these issues in the past 50 years? If you want to know that, then something fundamental must be wrong. So there are multiple simple technical operational problems across all segments in the value chain, from the supply of gas to the thermal plant, to the operations of the turbines themselves, to evaporation of power generated, to transmission, long distance transport of power to load centers, to poor infrastructure for distribution, weak power lines, falling poles, inadequate meter gap, chipping off of injection substations, feeders, and all that. These are issues, and they are multiple. But they are made complicated by the lack of sustaining liquidity and infrastructural funding, as well as structural misalignment within the sector. That is the complication. Liquidity, funding of investment and infrastructure improvement, and lack of compliance with market rules in this sector. If we're able to solve these complications, I can tell you the other issues are too simple to resolve. Because electricity may look abstract to a lot of us, but it is not different from the normal economic goods and services that we consume on a daily basis. Because it involves just 3 segments in the value chain, which is production, layman's language, transportation, and delivery. Production is the generation, which can come from hydropower plants as a source. It can come from thermal plants using gas. It can come from solar. It can come from wind. Any other biogas source. Transportation is what we refer to as transmission. Transportation over a long distance from the power generating company's location to where the power is required, which is the load of demand sector. That's transmission. Then the last segment is distribution. That is the that is delivery into those steps of power consumers, which is households, businesses, and industries. It is not more than that. That's the value chain. But does the value chain operate on the natural economic model? Does it? If we cannot solve that issue, and there are ways to solve it, multiple ways to solve it. Any goods and services supply chain that follows the natural economic model of production, transportation, distribution, pricing, payment, collection, go back to production, transport again, deliver, collect. That is the cycle. It must be sustainable. The cycle must have a continual life. The continuity is only guaranteed by the model upon which it is operated, which is pricing. The liquidity should not be a problem. The operators will have enough money to do production, transport, to deliver. And when they want to do expansion, if they don't have equity to go back and expand production, this value chain will be attractive to banks. It will be bankable. Banks will give loans for expansion in terms of growing your production. They want to do that because you can see a line of sight that the money that they are putting in as a lender, it will come back for the payments. Because as the goods and services are moving, are gravitating towards consumption. After consumption, the payment for it was also gravitated back to the players in the sector. Those that will handle delivery will be paid. That's distribution. Those that are handling transportation will be given paid, which is transmission. Those that are producing will be paid. And the people producing also and raw materials are input. In this case, gas. So there's no stoppage or distortions to liquidity flow. But if we are only supplying and we are not being paid, there's a problem with the producer, which is generator. If they are being owed, it will be tough for them to pay for raw materials to continue production or generation. So, in the long run, you might grant to ground zero, whereby the entire sector will break down. The second option is, if you don't want to charge commercial price and subsidy is pledged by government, which is what I also prefer. And Nigeria, Nigerians are suffering. This is not the time to completely remove subsidy from tariff. I was at two of our directing interviews, and I was misquoted by some media that no, Adelabu is advocating without subsidy. That is a lie, it's a misrepresentation. I mean, Nigerians are under hardships, and we must not add to it. We must devise a way to ensure that this is tackled without needing further action. But the only condition that I mentioned is that if government is pledging subsidy, we as government, we must be ready to fund it. There must be federal government guarantee, probably cash back for this subsidy. Otherwise, we will grant the sector to zero. And I used simple examples. If 120 naira is cost reflective of commercial tariff of power, and you are charging 20 out of 120 naira, 50 naira belongs to the distribution companies. 10 naira belongs to transmission company and the regulators, and 60 naira belongs to the generation companies. If you are charging commercial tariff, we will collect 120 from customers, we will pay distributors, this was 50 naira, we will pay transmitters, 10 naira, we will pay GENCOs, 60 naira. But if government says no, I want to believe my people research. Please do not pay 120 naira. It is enough. And I'm an advocate of subsidy. If it is properly applied and it's funded, you say, okay, instead of 120 naira, charge the customers for the people 60 naira, which means that I'm ready to add 60 naira. The discourse will collect the 60 naira from customer. They are the ones collecting. The first they will do is to deduct their own at source. They will deduct 50 naira. And their minimum rate on remittance order will be 10 naira. And they will give the people at index 10 naira. This 10 naira, if you are able to pay transmission companies 10 naira, what about the 60 naira that is supposed to go to the telcos? Which is why this debt keeps adding, because we are not really funding subsidies. And it didn't just start. It has started over time. And it has accumulated, which is why I said the reflections into this economy is a consequence of actions or inactions of past administration. And we cannot complain. We must confront the issues. We must resolve it. Because we have inherited both the assets and liabilities of this administration. Today, we are owing a total of 1.3 trillion naira to the power generating companies, out of which 60% of it is being. I'm MD of NPPC here. Am I right? Correct. 1.3 trillion naira. Today, we have a legacy debt prior to 2014 to the gas supply companies of $1.3 billion. Today, at today's rate, that's 2 billion naira. 2 trillion naira. If you have 2 trillion naira of legacy debt to gas companies, to 1.3 trillion naira to the GENCOs, we have an inherited debt of over 3 trillion naira in this sector. How will the sector move forward? Nigerians deserve the right to know, to give information. I'm not a conveyor of bad news, which is why some of these things are, we're not proud to say it on a daily basis. But we are working underground to ensure that we resolve these issues, that we pay down on this loan, on these debts, either through cash injections or some guaranteed debt instruments, to ensure that we ensure continuity of production, of generation of power. So what has happened in January is that the gas companies that have been managing to supply gas to generating companies, they decided to ask for their monies. We are not supplying gas until we pay down on their outstanding debt. If I were in their shoes, would I not do the same thing? They are profiteering agents. They have even tried. Their debt has accumulated up to 3 trillion before we start seeing this. So, I believe we must find a way to resolve this issue. I hardly spend 2 hours in my office. I've been going around visiting power installations, power generating companies, visiting our distribution infrastructures. Just last week, I was at 2 major power generating companies under Niger Delta Power Day Company. The MD is here. I was at Olashugo Power Plants. in Papaland to Yogo State. I was at Omotosho Power Plant in Ore. It was 8 hours on the road. From 8 a.m. I did not get back until almost 12 midnight. If I tell you what I saw there, I was close to tears. I was close to tears to see what is happening. And I keep telling us that even without adding any new power generation plant in this country today, using one we have of grant, the stored capacity, the operational capacity, the available capacity, we can double the supply to Nigerians. These plants are operating below 20% capacity for lack of raw materials, which is gas. Okay, if you confirm that you had stable electricity in December, and you pressed us, I received text, I received calls. Improvement in the sector. How did it happen? Especially today, how is it happening? If we could make it possible in December, that means we can make it the better situation possible going forward. So they just must understand that issues are simple, they are multiple, but they are also complicated. In other Shoguba was a closed circuit model with 4 gas turbines and 2 steam turbines of 115 megawatt capacity each, making 690 megawatts. You'll be surprised that it was only 1 gas turbine that was running. I was operating at 57 to 90 megawatts because of shortage in gas supply. That's about 10-12% capacity. And Nigeria has invested in this. The turbines are hiding for want of gas supply. Same thing as goes to Omotosho. To the contrary, it's an open circuit model with just 4 turbines, gas turbines of 125 megawatts each, making 500 megawatts. When I got there, it was only operating on a single turbine, operating at 110 megawatts when you have 500 megawatts. And we are saying there's just enough power. Why would there be? We have assets that we are not optimizing in this country. So those are the issues that is confronting us as a government. But we are not scared. We are not scared. We must resolve it. But knowing the source of the problem alone is 50% solution. You don't solve the problems, and we are going to attack the problems. As I left this plant, not quite 30 minutes, I've not even got into the road from Ore, I was called. And I was told that it was the only one working has been shut down. So it was operating at 0 megawatts out of that. Because the gas supply got stopped because of pipe vandalization. I still remember. And my plan is to go around all the stuff and see what we can do to support it. So you can see that it's a bit complicated. Like they are not responsible. So the simple technical operational issues like I mentioned, inadequate supply, shortage of gas supplies, and aging or dilapidated generation machineries, causing low optimal capacity utilization, leading to short supply by the GENCOs. Inadequate power evacuation capacity at GENCO locations, especially when we have multiple generating companies. Even when they produce, we don't have the capacity to evacuate. It's coupled with unstable and fragile transmission lines, devoid of automated frequency control, which is called SCADA, and lacking in failover or backup capacity, with frequent human disturbances through vandalization and theft. That's another thing. The tracking that we have at repair since 2068, there are simple lines. Is that you are bringing goods from Kano, food items, and you have one highway. If the highway is bad, there will be gridlocks, there will be potholes, you will lose part of the food. And there's a gridlock, there will be supply of food to the demand center in Lagos. And there's no failover or backup, which is more like the alternative road in transportation. If this place is blocked, oh, let go and take the other place. What we used to have just a single bad road, Lagos to Ibadan. People spend 12 hours on that road. They spend 14 hours on that road. Bad. The moment there is a train station, which one can fail on an alternative road, and they're fixing. Have you ever heard of any failure from that road? No. It is the same thing with transmission lines. We must continuously maintain the line. We must also invest in what is called a super grid, which is a backup or a failover alternative route to transport power over a long distance. It is the same thing that we've been using. So we keep having grid collapse. Before September 2023, the last time we had a grid collapse was 430 days before that time. But it started again in September. And between September and now, we have not less than 5-6 grid collapse. I will distinguish between a grid collapse and a grid disturbance. Grid disturbance is normal in the power generation value chain. There have been lots of reasons for that. The technical reasons, keeping up some of the substations, the operational, when the production and consumption are not balanced. If because of frequency control, you have grid disturbance, and it happens all over the world. Go to China, it happens, in the US, it happens. But the only reason why it is not escalated is because it does not affect the end consumers of electricity. It will never lead to shut down. It will never lead to collapse because they have a way of promptly responding to a grid disturbance. They have automation to control the balance, the frequency. They have failover or backup. If this line is good, they divert power to another line. So their grids will never need to collapse. They need to collapse here in Nigeria because, number one, the automated frequency control that we have started implementing about 20 years ago, they have not finished. And I'm saying that during my time, we must finish implementation of SCADA. We have never had the backup or the failover transmission line to support the existing line. If it breaks down, now we are already discussing two Chinese firms for the eastern and the western super grid that will strengthen our grid. If there's any problem on our conventional natural grid, it will fail over to an alternative grid. We're also investing. But these are not things that will complete in 6 months. They are not projects you complete in 1 year, and they are projects that cost money. To build a 330 kV substation today, or 132 kV substation, which are the transport substation today, be nothing less than $230 to $50 million. And the minimum time you pay is about 2 to 3 years, but they will also manufacture the transformers for you. So there's a time map to all these things. So people must understand that patience, time is what we need. So we started doing all that. Then lastly, something happens here that never happens anywhere, which is deliberate destruction of our collective assets. Since I resumed, I've witnessed nothing less than 8 deliberate destruction of our transmission power assets. People decide to break down transmission towers, break down transmission lines. We go back to fix it. Before we leave, they will bring it down. Just yesterday, it happened in Nasarawa and Yobe. About 5 years ago, it happened in Bauchi. Before the end of the year, just a few days to the end of the year, it happened in Yobe. The MD of TCN is there.
Yes, sir.
What did you say to me yesterday? Same thing. These are assets that we spend the country's money on, and our brothers, out of us, deliberately sabotage it. So you can see that some people are hiding somewhere that do not want this sector to work. I'm saying it confidently, but they are joking. We are not intimidated. We are not scared. We will confront them. We started an investigation, and we have also spoken with the NSA to provide security for user file information. We can't be building something will be destroying or demolishing. So, anywhere you have major demolition or destruction of the power lines, it will lead to grid collapse. Some people went into abandoning the transportation. They deliberately bought the two transformers. I'm not lying. The end is here. They bought it down deliberately. So that is act of sabotage. I'm now fighting to go in fight collectively. People listening to me at home, people that are here, myself, and people everywhere, we must fight together. We must fight together. So these are the conclusions that we face. So vandalization and theft. So beyond sabotage, they cut the towers, they go to sell. They remove the power cables, they go to sell. Those are the things frustrating delivery and success in this sector. Then lastly is the aging, weak distribution infrastructures, lines and transformers, coupled with huge data gap, causing unbearably large technical and commercial losses. Yes, distribution segment has its own unique issues. Would I be in Abuja as the Minister of Power? I will be chasing people destroying transformers in communities, removing poles, electric poles, stealing power cables across the 36 states of the country, including the FCT. Which is why these are structural issues, why every level of government must get involved and must get passionate in transforming this sector. The state government must be involved. If you can provide oversight for the generating companies, there are just about 26 of generating companies, both hydropower and thermal power plants. We can oversight them from Abuja as a federal ministry and as agencies. The transmission company is owned by government. You can provide oversight. These are wholesale segments in the sector. When it comes to retail, how power is distributed across the states, across 36 states, the state government must get involved. But it is closer to them, and they know how to bring all these discourse to their desired performance. So the structural issues are there because the person that is transporting their onion or whatever from the north on highway, when he gets to Lagos, is it the one that will also be doing home delivery of these goods? If you are battling with repairing the highways, are you going to be battling with the internal roads again? No. So you must collective effort of all levels of government, from the federal to the states to the local government, for us to have a very tight and reliable passage. So these are issues that look so simple to solve this. I should ordinarily require little efforts to fix over time. However, it's been quite difficult to get these problems fixed over the years due to the complications ramping the entire value chain end to end. These are complications. So, except we tackle these complications headlong, the simple issues will remain forever. But in our own time, we are going to do everything possible to ensure we tackle it. I'll try and wrap up. So the major complications are: number one, the persistent liquidity issues which are explained, coming from inappropriate tariff regime, poor collections and inadequate funding of government subsidies, leading to huge debt owed to the transmission, generation, and gas supply companies. This has restricted the investment required for sustaining supply flow, for capacity expansion, and for infrastructural improvements. We can't be talking about continuity of production if they are being put. They are not being paid for the last supply. How will you buy raw materials for the next supply? You can't be talking about capacity expansion because the sector is not attractive to investors. But they feel like if they bring their money today, they will be owing them. And the bank that want to give money to, they cannot see the line of sight or repayment. So it's set by financial institutions. So it has also not only discouraged lending to the sector, the financial institutions and several activities are not available but has also made the sector unattractive to new investors. The second complication is the value chain structural issue, bordering on operations and control of generation, transmission and distribution sectors. There has been an inability of the entire electricity supply industry to adhere to market rules and to enforce market discipline. This has led to each segment managing operating and managing together. These are issues. So the chairman, the Electricity Regulatory Commission is here. That is service. We have to raise our gains. Industry operators must obey market rules. If I say this is the MRO, you should pay as it is. You don't have a choice. You must pay. You must pay. Everybody must respect market rules. The third complication is the lack of clear and unambiguous definition of our concept of electricity as a nation. Is it a commercial product? We need to decide to as a nation. Probably a public discourse with leaders. Do we see electricity as a commercial product? Service.